Hello guys, I'm Dr. Drsakintayo. I'm the chairman, GTEX Holdings and founders of Actia Foundation. This is called Land Banking Clinic. So today I want to talk to you about how do you get your money back from a land transaction. First of all, let me start by letting you know that any transaction of land, and this has been proven at the Supreme Court level, is a civil case. And what is a civil case? A civil case simply means two of you had an agreement, you disagree, based on whatever. It could be breach of contract, it could be whatever. And you're not doing anymore. So it's not a criminal. However, hear this. Your lawyers, particularly if you have a criminal lawyer, you call them aka charge and bail lawyer. Now, if you meet some of them and if they are your lawyer, the typical advice will be that you go the criminal route, accuse the developer, and they will put these words: threat to life, breach of peace. Now, most times it's a developer you've never met, okay? And they will advise you to do that. And typically, of course, an invitation is served to them. They are charged to court. Some of the lawyers will even create a system where they will be remanded in prison. As much as that route is, well, is a route some people do because you are convinced the developer is evil. The developer has been using your money to live a big life. This is ultimately, oftentimes, the worst method. And I'll tell you why lawyers are asking you to do it. Number one, they can charge you well. They will charge you good money to go that criminal route because ultimately they need to bribe the police because it's obvious it's not criminal, it's civil. They need to bribe so many people going that route. The challenge with it, however, is that it doesn't really get the results you're looking for, which is, I want my money back. There's a situation where ultimately you will lose the case in court, right? And when you lose the case in court, because you can't prove that the person threatened your life, you can't prove that the person breached peace of the society. And when you lose in court, now you will be sued for what? Human right damages, right? You'll be sued for human right damages. You'll be sued for blackmail, for a lot of stuff. And instead of you getting back your money, now you are the one that will now have to be looking for how to pay people back. So it's important to understand, how do you fight to get your money back? Number one, tell your lawyer you want a civil trial. And the process, usually you go through the Ministry of Justice, and they will put together an alternative dispute resolution, a settlement meeting between you and the developer. An agreement will be made, usually around administrative charges, right? You know, different developers have their administrative charges. And ultimately, agreement is made that they should pay you back whatever you both agree should be deducted for administrative charges and the balance. Now, if for any reason the developer does not honor that word, your lawyer can file for a garnishee order. A garnishee order will be filed on all the banks and they will freeze their account, that developer's account, to the tune of your money. That way, the developer is forced to release your money to you. Okay, so this is a more effective. I think some developer will not be happy I'm telling you this. I think the industry needs transparency. There's too much lack of trust, and we just need to educate people on really how do you get things done. So I tell people, your lawyer is usually looking for more money. He will charge you more money if it is a criminal trial than if it's a civil case, because it's just doing alternative dispute resolution. Probably will charge you less than 200,000, depending on who the lawyer is. Now you're doing criminal, he probably will charge you between, depending on the lawyer, 1 million or 2 million. Now, how much did you even buy the land? So very important to know how best it is for you to file. Lastly, do not go on social media and drag a developer. Even if you do, drag the company and state things you have evidence about. So for example, I'm the chairman of GTEX Holdings. If you go now and start mentioning Stephen Akita took my money and is this, is a criminal, is a thief. Now what you've done, you've defamed me, you've blackmailed me, and you've cyberbullied me. 3 criminal offense. Meanwhile, what has happened is not between even me and you. And that's the part of the challenge you face. The transaction happened between you and the company I happen to be a shareholder in. And because I'm a shareholder in that company, the law says there's a difference between that company and me, even though I'm the owner or co-owner with other investors. So by the time you go that route, I can then issue a criminal case against you with enough facts. Where are the facts? They are on social media. The write-up, the tweets, the comment. I have enough evidence. Now, where's your own evidence that I actually defrauded you? You see the point? I have videos of the land I'm selling. I have evidence of our operations. Now, you won't be able to prove any act of fraud. Now you're in trouble. And again, you don't know the law, but ignorance in law is not a what? An excuse. So don't find yourself in a situation whereby you were the one that wanted your money back because you paid the company money. But at the end of the day, you are the one going to jail, okay, for blackmail. And right now, the Nigerian government is very serious about trying cases of cyberbullying, blackmail. The government is particularly interested because sometimes for their own personal reason, election will soon come. They don't want you to go after them the way you used to. So they need to put fear. If you talk anyhow, you see anyhow. So I don't even think the government is doing this because they care about you and I. It's because of their own selfish reason not to be able to come hard after them during election. So don't be a victim. Go the proper way. File a civil suit. I mean, you can see what's going on even in America, where there are cases they are filing against Donald Trump that are civil. The cases they are filing against him, they are criminal. There is enough evidence for that to prove that there is a criminal intent and crime has been committed. Okay? Well, I hope you've learned a thing or two again from my video today, and this is called Land Banking Clinic. Feel free to send me questions to info@drsakintayo.com, asking questions about land banking, about how land banking works, and all of that. Okay? I love you and see you at the topmost top. Bye-bye.